I've been writing for Lab Manager magazine since 2008. Prior to that, my team and I have identified various venues in the scientific community to write for, including online media and trade journals. As you know, over the last several years, both the scientific community and the HR community has changed quite a bit. My experience in lab staffing started in 1997 when I transitioned from a role as a chemist in an R&D organization to Kelly Scientific Resources. I joined Kelly as a scientific recruiter in their Atlanta operations and had several years of recruiting experience before I moved into additional roles that had additional responsibilities, serving in the Princeton, New Jersey market, the Chicago, Illinois market, and most recently transitioned to a role here at our corporate offices as the Vice President of Kelly Scientific Resources. So over the last 12 years, I've had an opportunity to see the needs of the industry, the types of talent that's needed, types of recognition programs that are needed, and have the ability to see across many industries and see the trends that are occurring across the scientific world. When I'm not writing, I like to do various things. One of the things I really enjoy doing is really keeping up on the scientific industry, reading trade journals, articles about what's happening in different types of research. I've been reading quite a bit recently on systems biology. Outside of the workplace, what I like to do is play around in my garden. I cook a lot, and most recently I'm spending quite a bit of time planning my wedding that's coming up in November. Retaining top talent is critical now at many labs that have decreased staff due to various reasons. It's very important for your employees to understand that they're valued by you as a manager, and also that they play an important role in the corporation. And without them, many projects and R&D projects and quality projects would basically come to a halt. So the remaining employees in the current economic situation, depending on the company, need to see the value that the corporations have for them. It's very easy to implement a retention program or a recognition program at very little to no cost. Some programs could be as simple as giving an employee the opportunity to gain additional skills, or even saying thank you is seen as recognition. So it's very important to show your current employees the value that they have to the corporation in any economic situation. Even though we're talking about scientists here, retaining top talent is more of an art than a science. If you take the science piece of it and really develop a one-size-fits-all program, you may trip yourself up because not all employees like to be recognized the same way. For example, an employee that has a large family might feel more rewarded by giving them additional time off, versus an employee who likes public recognition would really get a blast out of being recognized in front of their peers. The most important thing here is to talk to your employees and get to understand both their personal and professional motivations, so you could develop an individualized program for each employee. Staff retention isn't new to lab managers. Staff retention really has played a part in the industry for quite some time, and it plays a part across many industries. What's important is, if you don't have a retention program in place today, that you seek out a program and put one in place. As I said earlier, it's really important to understand the individual motivations of your employees, both personally and professionally, so you could develop those individual reward programs. Once you have that in place, you'll really see that your team becomes highly motivated and drives the results that you're looking for in your department. A lab manager needs to use good people skills like listening skills, being able to talk to their employees, being able to set aside the time to meet with their employees. It's important in any recognition program or any good employee relationships that you actually take the time to meet with your employees regularly, get to understand their motivations both personally and professionally. So when you do get to recognition programs, you could sculpt the type of rewards that you offer those individual employees. So it's important that you take some time and you develop what I call your soft skills, the listening skills, the ability to coach, the ability to basically sit down and show empathy and understanding where an employee is coming from, so you can understand the things that you could develop to help drive them to higher performance. Without your employees, you don't have a company. Most lab managers today do have the skills to keep their employees motivated. The area that I see a gap in is the newly hired manager, the ones right out of grad school. Most graduate programs don't have HR-type programs where they teach the recent graduates how to manage a department or how to manage employees. So if you are a new manager, one of the things that I would suggest is you seek out your HR department as soon as possible to help developing those skills, so in the end you have a highly motivated and successful team.